I feel good.
Wait a minute. Who
I knew that I would know. Wow.
Hey cuties, it's your girl Tana Too Cute. Let's talk about All the Queen's Men episode 8, and it is titled Never Bluff. And it lived up to this title. So, of course, the episode started out with Madam rushing to see about her father because in the last episode, remember, Fernando threatened her father, threatened that he had her father. So she left Club Eden, jumped in the car, speeding through traffic, dodging cops, even lost the cops. I mean, she was like not worried about anything but her dad. So once she arrived to her father, he was okay. And she put everybody out the room so she could have that, discreet conversation with her dad. And he told her basically, look, he fine. But here's the thing. He had so many pow-pows in his bed. He had them behind the pillow. He had them, under the sheets. Now, the staff don't know he got all these guns in the bed with him. I mean, don't they fix his bed every day? I thought that was cool. Another highlight that stood out in this episode was Davis in Casanova. So Davis was, wanting to go home, and she was approached by, I guess he was acting as a homeless guy, junkie, or whatever, just to conceal his identity. Because remember, they are being watched, he and Big D. So when she, learned who he was, because she actually put handcuffs on him because he was just doing too much. So she put handcuffs on him and they got into the car, and then she was able to identify who he actually was. And Casanova was basically like, I have an informant that I didn't tell you about, and I'm not going to release his identity to you. He is all over this case and he wants that recognition. So, I don't know what that's going to mean for Davis, because remember, Davis has positioned, Madam with a deal with information. So now I'm kind of getting a little confused on which direction, things are going to go with Davis, Casanova, and Madam. Then on, further on into the episode, another highlight for me is Miss Tandy. She is still calling Rayshon and, saying that she wanna, give him the money, of course, but she want him to meet her at her house with her husband, Jack. Now, of course, he is really scared, nervous to do that, but you got Trouble and the other guy, I can't remember his name, really pressuring him to go and get this money because, of course, they getting a cut out of it as well. So we'll kind of loop back to this scene in just a bit. Another highlight for me in this episode, of course, Detective Davis, was called to the scene where Tommy had got pulled over by another cop because, of course, they were trying to get rid of the car that Madam used to go see about her father. So Tommy got pulled over. Detective Davis got called to the scene, and she basically took care of that, and she ended up going back to Madam's office to position her again that she has information, but she want a lot of money, for this information. But Madam, none of them are trusting the detective. And at this point, for me, I don't even know if I really trust her because, again, I don't know which direction this is going, because if you remember, her boss was saying you need to do whatever you need to do to close this case. So I'm just not sure. Then Sean, he ended up going to meet Miss Tandy and Jack at their house. Trouble and the other guy, assured him that they got bring it back to her. But at the end of the day, of course, Madam always had her plan, a second plan. So she actually showed up at my house. It went down, and Fernando was thinking that he could convince Madam to leave with him on a plane and go to Mexico with concierge. But and if she didn't go, that he was going to keep the plane or unalive daddy because he had some button in his hand, and if he released the button, it'll just, I guess, blow up her daddy. And she was basically telling him, here's where the never bluff pops up again. Look, my father already told me that I don't want anybody taking my chance. You're gonna do what you need to do, unalive him, and do what you gotta do. So she put the script. She put something in his mouth, and she took his hand, cut it off, y'all. And at the end of the day, whatever was in his mouth erupts. I don't know what this episode, who, if anybody got hurt. Fernando got hurt, but this is going to change the game for the next episodes, because if anything happened to Concierge's brother, this is going to be wild. I don't know, Madam. Do y'all think Madam is digging a ditch she not gonna be able to get out of as it pertains to Concierge and the detectives? I don't know, but this was a good episode, y'all. Look, y'all like up the video, hit subscribe, and y'all have a good day on purpose. Bye.